Hello, welcome you to watching Daily News and now today's headlines.
President Trương Tấn Sang met underprivileged children on the occasions of International Children's Day. Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng delivers keynote address at the opening ceremony of the 12th Shangri-La Dialogue. The Mekong Delta earns $616 million from exporting 237,000 tons of charred fish in the first 5 months of this year.
President Trương Tấn Sang on May 31st met underprivileged children who are visiting Hanoi on the occasion of the International Children's Day.
President Sang praised their achievements in school and life, stressing that they are great examples for children nationwide to follow. He said he hopes that they will persevere to see their dreams come true and to become helpful citizens for the cause of national construction and protection. The president noted that agencies and units across the country, especially the National Fund for Vietnamese Children, should join hands to carry out activities to encourage underprivileged children to overcome difficulties and strive for good results at school. Also the same day, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc visited and presented gifts to children with HIV at the Center for Social Education, Labor in Ba Vì, Hanoi. On June the 1st, a ceremony was held in Hanoi to launch the Action Month for Children 2013 as part of Vietnam's efforts to raise public awareness of the care, education, and protection of children. Addressing the event, Vice President Nguyễn Thị Doan noted that this year's Action Month theme, Creating Equal Development Opportunities for Poor and Ethnic Minority Children, is of great significance to the task of caring for, educating, and protecting children at present. Responding to International Children's Day, localities nationwide have carried out a range of practical activities for children, especially those of difficult circumstances and Agent Orange dioxin victims.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng delivered a keynote address at the opening ceremony of the 12th Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore on May 31st. He called for the building and reinforcement of strategic trust for peace, cooperation, development and prosperity in the Asia-Pacific region.
In his speech, Prime Minister Dũng said the most important factors in building strategic trust are honesty and sincerity in the relations and cooperation among countries, as well as in cooperation in dealing with common challenges in the region. He highlighted the indispensable role and contributions of an ASEAN of unity and consensus and its central role in many multilateral cooperation forums. Regarding the East Sea issue, Prime Minister Dũng affirmed the significance of peace, stability, maritime security, and safety in the East Sea. He said ASEAN and China need to raise high their responsibility and work together to reinforce strategic trust, with the first evidence of this being the strict implementation of the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the East Sea and the efforts to build a code of conduct in the East Sea at an early date, in line with international law, especially the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. ASEAN and its partners can work together to develop a feasible mechanism that could guarantee maritime security, safety, and freedom in the region, helping maintain peace, stability, and development cooperation in the region and the world. The Vietnamese government leader stated that Vietnam consistently pursues a foreign policy of independence, self-reliance, multilateralism, and diversification of relations, being a friend and reliable partner of all nations and a responsible member of the international community. Prime Minister Dũng stressed his country's desire to establish strategic partnerships with all the permanent members of the UN Security Council once the principles of independence, sovereignty, and non-interference in the internal affairs of each other, mutual respect, equal and mutually beneficial cooperation are committed to and seriously implemented. He affirmed that Vietnam's defense policy is that of peace and self-defense. Vietnam will not be a military ally to any country and will not allow any country to set up military bases on Vietnamese territory, and will not ally itself with any country to counter other, he said. On the occasion, The Vietnamese leader also announced that Vietnam has decided to take part in United Nations peacekeeping activities, firstly in engineering, army medical care, and military observation. On June the 1st, the Vietnamese Prime Minister arrived in Hanoi, concluding his trip to attend and deliver the keynote address at the 12th Shangri-La Dialogue.
The Mekong Delta provinces shipped 237,000 tons of char fish in the first 5 months of this year, earning a revenue of $616 million, down 6% over the same period last year.
The largest importers of Vietnamese char fish was the EU, ASEAN, the US, Japan, Mexico, Brazil, China, and Hong Kong. In the 5-month period, char export saw reductions in price and volume in many traditional markets. The regional provinces joined off 5,700 hectares of water surface for char fish breeding and supplies 390,000 tons of material char fish for processing factories. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, local breeders still face difficulties as production costs are higher than selling prices and they find it hard to access bank loans. To help the farmers, the provinces have sent technical staffs to guide them how to produce char fish meeting standards for export. They have also encouraged the breeders to apply new farming measures in order to raise the fish quality.
A wastewater treatment plant with a capacity of 17,650 cubic meters per day opened in the southern province of Bình Dương on May 31st.
The plant, the first of its kind in the province, is financed by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA. The first phase of the project was funded with a loan of 7.77 billion yen, or $77 million from the agency. JICA will also provide more than 19.9 billion yen for the second phase, in which a sewer network into the Mo City will be expanded and a wastewater treatment plant will be built in Thuận An town. Most household and industrial wastewater in the province is discharged directly into the environment without first being treated properly. The plant is expected to help protect the Saigon and Đồng Nai rivers, which provide Ho Chi Minh City with most of its water.
Now, with the hope to make the environment cleaner, a group of students from 350 Vietnam clubs has launched the Green Bus project. After 1 month of operation, the project has received a warm response from the community and bus passengers.
In Hanoi, buses are a popular and major means of public transport. Passengers are mainly school and university students. However, littering on buses is still seen on many routes. With the slogan, "Small Actions, Big Change," members of this club are encouraging bus passengers on a number of key routes in Hanoi, including buses number 09, 18, and 50, not to drop litter. We aim to encourage people to stop leaving rubbish on the bus and the areas around bus stops. Initially, we faced some difficulties, but now we feel much more confident as the project has proven effective. At first, we felt a little bit shy as it were always crowded on the bus, but everyone supports us enthusiastically. The image of volunteers calling upon passengers to throw tickets into the bin has drawn the attentions of not only bus travelers but also passersby. This is such a good idea of the youngsters. We really appreciate it. The project does help clean the surrounding environment. We have felt a change in the awareness of bus passengers. The number of commuters that drop litters on the bus had drastically declined. The Green Bus project will be even more helpful if it is expanded across the city and the country. From the youngsters' small actions, it is hoped that the project will have a considerable impact on people's awareness of environmental protection, leading to a greener life.
And that's VNews from Hanoi. I'm Bảo Ngọc. Thank you for watching and see you this time tomorrow.